What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Type Life channel, back again with another video. My name is Min, and today I am going to show you how to do a set using sculpting, or you can call it freeform. And I'm going to break it down to y'all why people use sculpting versus tips and which one's better. By the end of this video, I want to make sure you guys are comfortable understanding all the informations and facts about this sculpting procedure to really produce to your clients. So of course, if anything, any type of preparation, you got to start out with the paper band. You're going to sand down the client's nails. But let me tell you why form can be very useful compared to tips. So let's say you were going to apply tips on. You're going to have to measure the tips matching the fingernails. You're going to cut down the tips. You're going to shape the tip. So as you can see, there's so much more process in doing all of that. Versus if you are using form, you just go ahead and get the form paper and you're going to apply under the nails, and you're going to go ahead and tape the bottom. It's really going to help you out in terms of time frames. However, if you are somebody who are very still learning about acrylic application and you're still having a hard time understanding the bonding between the monomers and the acrylic, sometimes form can be harder in that sense. But that is why people don't really do a lot of form, because they feel like it's very hard to apply the acrylic and shape the acrylic at the same times while you're doing the application. As you can see, it's a handful as I'm trying to explain, but trust the process. The reason why I'm doing form on this clients is because, first of all, she asked for it. So what I'm trying to say is that you never know when client's going to ask for that procedure. And as a nail technician, you want to make sure you have that skill set ready in the back of your head, so that in case any type of client that comes in be like, hey, I want a form, you know you're able to produce that procedure. And nowadays, because form is so rare, you don't actually see people doing form so much, you can actually charge clients a very good price for this. Something like this, just to start out with a solid acrylic color, you're looking around like $90. It's like I say, it's something that becomes more rare. Back in the day when you guys were starting out doing nails, form was the first thing that they would teach you before they teach you how to do tips. Because imagine way back in the days when nails was invented, they didn't make no tips. They had this form that where you can just do nail extension with acrylic using these paper. So that is how form was created. But now it's like the norm is everybody's going in with the tips, the pre-shaped tips. It seems easier, but trust me, it can be complicated because not every single client's gonna come in with the same shape and size of the finger that will match the tips. Sometimes you have to readjust. Form, you can just kind of do it with the acrylic application like I say earlier. So after I rough up the client's nails, I'm going to go ahead and apply the form on, right? As you can see how I am going to apply the form on. You just have to place it under the nails, but you have to kind of flex the paper to make it where it has a nice curve. And you have to make sure the client's nails is very relaxed at this moment. When can't you do form? Well, let's say you have a client who bites their nails and their nail is short to the point where the skin is lifting above the natural nails. So now there is no length for the nail or even for the form to go under the nail. So yes, to do form, you have to have the client's nails some kind of natural length that's sticking out above their skin, so that you can lay the form under. If the client has no nails, more likely tips would be the best solution, so that their natural nail can grow out, so that at least it creates some kind of gap for you to lay the form in the future if the client wants to do form. But like I say, that is a very rare situation, because clients with no nails, they just excited they have some kind of nails on their fingers. And clients who do form, those are the clients who kind of understand their nails. Those are the clients who know the difference between tips and form and the quality that it brings to the plate. So that is why, yes, you don't get a lot of clients asking for it, but you will eventually get one of those clients. But trust me, if you're able to do form very well, high chance that client is going to come back to you each time you produce this procedure, because she likes form, she asked for it, and she knows you can give it to her. So that's how the pattern works. Okay, so as you can see, all the forms are applied. I just went ahead and dehydrate her nail, and add 2 coats of primer onto her nails. Okay, so that's pretty much how simple it is. So imagine if you were doing tips and you pretty much had to size the tips. This literally took me a good 5 minutes. Now I can get ready to go in with the application. But like I say earlier, the hardest part is gotta put the forms on correctly. Some form out there doesn't work very well. Sometimes the client's nail doesn't go well with the form. It can leave some kind of gaps on the bottom. You know what? Try your best to leave the form. I think that's what takes long, but I think sometimes I get lucky. Sometimes I get clients who have some really nice fingernails and they just want that extension without using tips. So this one was a lucky one. This client, you can tell her natural nail base is very clean, very nice. It did not give me any type of hard time when I'm trying to put on the form. Sometimes clients curve differently, their nails curve differently, so adding that form on can be very difficult, and I do understand why people try to avoid using form. Another reason why you can also use form, and if you want to start practicing using form, is let's say if a client's come in and they have a broken nails, and there's only the broken nails like maybe a chip in the corner or maybe a crack in half, you can actually use form to fix those fingers. So by doing so, you're actually giving yourself a chance to get comfortable using the form. I think in the beginning, I was really nervous. When I start doing form on people, I'm like, dang, I know how to do it, but I'm always nervous about a couple steps between the process. Because like I say, adding the form can be hard. Applying the acrylic on the form and shaping at the same time can be hard. But you know what? The more you do it, the better you get. The more practice you are, yeah, you are putting yourself in, the perfect you're gonna get. So here we go with the application. You know, it's a cold weather right now, so I heat up the acrylic. Okay, I heat up the acrylic, and the acrylic sometimes gets a little bit too hot, and now it's a little bit too dense. And when I am applying acrylic, I want to make sure that the acrylic is very nice and soft. I want to make sure that the acrylic is perfectly consistent so that I can lay the acrylic onto the nails perfectly. So the reason why I'm showing you this wide angle is because I want to show you guys the whole process of how I'm holding her hand, how I'm going to add that form, and the shape that she wants is like a taper square. And when it comes to shaping, guys, you guys got to understand, you got to shape based on the length. If you are doing some really short nails, you can curve in a little bit. You can't curve in too much. If you do some really long nail, you have a higher chance to make it more narrow into a coffin or ballerina shape. So those are the things you have to really think about when you shape. You can't just think like, oh, I'm going to shape for taper square. So you think about this taper square shape in your head. No, you got to really look at the client's fingers, hands, the way her knuckle is formed, and you can really form that shape nicely. But when you're doing form, you kind of have to envision the shape in your head. Okay, you kind of have to like lay out the shape as you are applying onto her nails. And I think that's like one of the most important part, is because now everything you do is like freehand. Okay, and this is why you charge more. Luckily, these forms that I'm using, they have this grid. And these grids where it has like a sideways grid going down, and you can use these grid to really form the shape and really extend the length evenly across the board. So that's what I'm trying to do, okay? As I am applying this part right here, you know, again, my goal is to get the acrylic perfectly down. And does that always happen? Of course not. And this is one of the most painful part about doing form, is this part right here, because sometimes the acrylic lays nice on the natural nails, and sometimes it lays differently once it hit that form, and then sometimes it drips on the side. You know, there's so many things that can happen when it comes to acrylic application, right? You all know that. So at this moment, my goal is to pick up a perfect bead. The goal is to pick up a bead where it doesn't drip too much and it's not too hard where it dries too fast. I want it to be so perfect where it's able to give me a chance to push it close to the cuticles wrap around the side cuticles, all the way down to the length that she wants. And that's why it's taking me a while, y'all. You see? The application is probably the longest part when it comes to doing form. But at the same time, it's going to save you a lot of times if you do it right. So, during this part right here, I am talking to the client. We're focusing. We loving the moment, And sometimes this is where we share stories. We share stories about our lives. This is where you bond with your clients. As a nail technician, what I love about my job is really connecting with the clients. I think that's what motivates me to go to work. And the second thing that motivates me to go to work is really seeing the finished work that I produce on my clients. I have clients who been coming to me since I was in my 20s. I started doing nails at the age of 18. Okay, I met a lot of clients around that time, and even to today, I run into them. Some still come to me, but I want you guys to really understand that when it comes to doing nails, it's not just about understanding the process, but I can guarantee you, if you're connecting with your clients at a personal level, you are high chance to really establish your business very well. A lot of nail tech who are starting out, of course, the concept is, oh my God, I gotta get the nails right. I gotta get the designs correctly. I get it. But there's gonna be some flaws when you're starting out. Your line might be too thick. Your application might be all right. Your shaping is not perfect. So what you gonna do? Only time can get you there. But you gotta connect with your clients at a personal level. If you don't connect with your clients, how are they gonna connect with you? You gotta ask that question. You know what I mean? If you agree with me that customer service is so important in the nail industry, leave it in the comment. Let me know if y'all believe that customer service is still important in the nail industry. It's so important that we really take customers seriously, because I see a lot of nail tech out there. They always tell me they don't have a lot of clients. But that's the reason, is because it depends on where they work. If they work in a busy salon, they're going to have a lot of clients. If they work at home and trying to establish their own business, they're not going to have a lot of clients. So the question is, how do you really connect with people? You got to connect with them through social media nowadays. You know what I mean? You got to be active. Instead of posting you having a Starbucks, instead of posting you having lunch, why don't you post your work on there? Why don't you post your nail work? Why don't you post relationship with your client? Why don't you post stuff that is related to your job? Just think about what I'm saying. If you agree with me, give me a thumbs up right now and share this video, because it is so important that we connect people one way or another. And I feel like we don't talk about that enough in the nail industry. Everybody on social media is talking about how pretty this set, what's the next trend. That's great that you know how to do the trend. But where is the client for you to apply that trend to? You got to think about that. These kind of videos that I made is not just about sharing you that I can do a set of freeform. This kind of videos that I make is really sharing you my experience, that how I connect with my clients, how I grow in this industry without the help that I should get. Like, people work for company, they got supervisor, managers who help them grow, right? In the nail industry, you're by yourself. You have nobody besides your peer who works with you, who might not even want to show you anything. You know what I mean? So now you're on your own. So this is why it's important, that you take this kind of knowledge that I'm sharing with you and you ride with it and trust the process and enjoy the process. Don't give yourself time. Don't give yourself time. Give yourself a lot of time. Give yourself plenty of time where you know you can grow. And have a side job. Don't lose this skill set. This skill set, man, I tell you what, when I was growing up, I hate this job. The reason why I hate this job is because everybody makes this job like poop. You know what I mean? Everybody tells me this ain't no career. Everybody tells me, you a guy, why you doing nails? And then when I tell people that I do nails, they give me this look like, really? Like that's a job? You know, that breaks my heart. When I was a kid growing up, and this is what I had to do to get through college. This is what I had to do to pump gas. I didn't ask my parents for money, but I had to do it. So I just keep doing it, y'all. I didn't make a lot, but I had to make with what it worked. Like if I make $500, then I'm going to try to spend only $200. You know what I mean? We got to be financially planned too, guys. This nail industry is saturated. You can get a job anywhere. Sometimes you make it, sometimes you don't. You got to be good at financial planning, you know? And so this is the kind of stuff that me and my clients, we talk about during the application right now. Because at this point right now, two things that I'm thinking about in my head. I got to get the application right as I'm forming the shape and the length. But I'm going to keep a conversation going with my client so that she doesn't feel like I'm slow. She doesn't feel like, man, this guy's taking forever. No, we don't want her to feel like that. We want to stay tuned in, okay? So we got to stay tuned in. You know what I mean? And when you stay tuned in with your client doing every single process of the nails, it can't go wrong. You're connecting with them. Make them laugh. Be yourself. That's my number one advice for y'all. Be yourself. You got to be yourself in this industry. This industry, you can't just fake it every day, trying to put a happy face and you ain't happy. You got to be happy, yo. You an artist. Yes, it's going to get hard. You're not going to make like 10,000 a month. No, you won't. But you can get there in a different way. Using your career, using your niche of what you love, establish something. Get to know how you can produce your own product line. Get to know how you can produce your own salon to be an owner. You know, you got to think about that. And that is, my friend, something that I wish all of y'all can accomplish. Is have your own product line, have your own salon. I had my own salon. It was great. It was amazing. But what stopped me from moving on to my salon is my kids, you know. I have so many younger kids right now. I have 3 little ones. I want to give them my time right now, you know. A lot of people tell me that childhood goes by fast. And if you put all your time in work, you're going to miss out that time. So, you know, thank God that during quarantine, it makes me realize something different. So that's why right now I am an individual nail tech who's booth renting. And I see both sides of the business as an employee, owner, side gig, booth renting, you know. Those are the things that I'm going through. I go through all the phases. Now I'm here making YouTube videos, being on social media, sharing with y'all my experience. And this is why I enjoy what I do, y'all. Always trying to take this career to the next level. Am I getting paid for this? No. But I just want to help out. I just want to help out, y'all. I see so many people. I put myself in your shoes. When I was growing up in this industry, like I said earlier, y'all, I didn't get the help I needed. I had to learn everything from scratch, practice, you know, sit there, craft my art. That's all I did, you know. Have a long distance girlfriend who's my wife right now. Been together for almost 19 years. You know, so many things happened, but I'm still here. And now I want to give back to the nail community, to the next generation, to the people who wants to learn, to the people who wants to make a career out of this industry, and for the people who just want to get the nails done from home. Like if y'all want to do something from home, I'm here for y'all too. See, whatever you watching me, I don't cut corner. I use every single steps, you know. And any type of product y'all want to know about the nails, like what you should get and all that, it's in my description. I have a link all set, ready for you to click on. Just click on that link, and next thing you know, you can buy all the nail product that you need from home, for your store, for your salon, anywhere you need, it's right there. But other than that, guys, we're about to finish up on this freeform application. The nails is looking great, y'all. The nail is amazing right now. I spent some good time on this set. This set's exciting because after this set right here, she just wants some really cute glitter outline. And this is a fun set. Why? It's simple. And you know what? I love simple design. It's quick, easy money. And what more do you want as a nail tech, right? So after I do the application, let's clean it up, wrap up the paper, clean my... You notice throughout the whole process, I'm very organized. You don't see a lot of mess on my station. You notice that? It's because as a nail technician, you want to be efficient. You want to be fast, right? Well, not too fast. When you're rushing, you want to be perfectly fast, where it's enough for you to make money and on to the next client. So I'm going to go ahead and take out the form. I'm going to leave the other forms back because I just applied those acrylic on and they're still wet. Do not take out the form when the acrylic is still wet. It's going to mess up all of that hard work that you put in. So here we go. Shaping is easy now. I kind of shape as I'm applying the acrylic. Now, like I said earlier, with this length, you can tell they're not long. They're kind of like in the medium. So I'm going to go with a cute taper square, you know. Shaping is so fun at this moment. It's easy. I didn't make the application too thick where it's hard for me to shape. You know, when you shape, just make sure you hold on to the client's finger really tight so it doesn't vibrate. As you can see, when I'm holding the client's nails, I'm holding it where her fingernails is at, because that's where it's going to vibrate. You cannot hold it below the last knuckle. You got to hold it where the fingernails are at. Okay, and you're going to go straight. You notice when I'm shaping, I'm not curving my file. I'm straightening my file very straight. Left, right, very, very straight. And that's what you want, okay? As you are shaping, you want to make sure that you're looking left, right, up and down every single corner of the shape. That's how you get a nice shape, guys. And when you guys are shaping, I did mention this earlier, that you have to look at the hand, the finger, the knuckle, and you're going to tell the client that you're going to shape based on what their hands is giving you. And that's how you come out with the most natural shape for the clients. I always tell my clients that every single hand has its definition shape. And as a nail tech, you have to have an eye to really visualize that and really give that to the clients. You can't just do the same 1,000 shape on the last 1,000 clients. No. Every single shape has its own shape with the hand. You just got to look at it and figure it out. But any shape that you do, you got to keep it straight on the side. Okay? Try your best and be careful when you're shaping on the side of the nails. You can shape too hard and it can cut the clients. Have y'all ever been cut by the file? Huh? Let me know in the comment if you ever been cut by the files. And let me know how it feels. It hurts, right? It's painful. That is why it's important as nail technician, we hold the finger correctly as we shape. Okay? Look, I'm shaping the side, but I got to make sure the edges of my file is not sharp. So I got to make sure I prep the file by buffing the corner. Okay? As I am shaping, I always lay the file on my other hand so that I'm kind of sacrificing my fingernails, my thumb, so I don't cut the clients. Yes, there are some sacrifices, but people don't see that. Only nail technician knows that, you know. And that is why it's hard for a lot of nail technicians to wear nails, because they always know that one of their finger here and there will get filed because they're trying to file your nails and prevent from cutting you. But look at that, guys. Look how pretty that is. That shape is so nice, isn't it? So now I'm ready to take off the other side of the hand. And let's go ahead and shape it up too. When it comes to doing nails, shaping is very important. Like, I can tell you one thing. I take shaping like a very serious matter, you know? And after you shape the other hand, you're going to go in with the electric file. Yes, the electric file can be dangerous. Yes, I know. I know the electric file can be scary. And I know a lot of nail tech don't like to use at maximum speed, but trust me, I use this thing to its maximum. The faster it is, the smoother it is. But you have to understand your bit. It's not the machine, it's the bit. The drill bit is very important. And me personally, I like to use old drill bit. You just have to sanitize. It's metal. You can wash it, clean it, you know. But the older one's nice because I know it won't cut the clients. You still get the job done. It might get the job done slowly, but it won't cut the client. So it's going to give me time to get used to that maximum speed. So that's why I say the speed is not important, because you got to understand your bit. But if I'm using a brand new electric drill bit, brand new, out of the box, fresh, hasn't been cut yet, those are sharp. I don't usually use the sharp one on my clients right away, but I do wear them out. How do I wear them out? I use the brand new one just to take off the gel polish, maybe to cut off the lift. So I'm going to kind of dull the edges off so that once I dull those off, I'm more comfortable to go in and using that as flushing the cuticles. So that's another strategy that I use, y'all. That's another thing that kind of worked my way into the drill bit. I know a lot of y'all buy brand new bit, guarantee you use it, you're going to cut somebody. It's a high chance. I'm not going to say everyone's going to cut somebody, but it's a high chance. And they are painful because they're brand new. Imagine you just bought a brand new knife and it's out of the box. You know that thing's going to be sharp until you cut a couple pieces of meat and then it gets dull, right? Same thing with a drill bit. So I always use an older drill bit when I'm filing around the cuticles, smoothing out the surface of the nails. And then you kind of buy new bit as you go, you know? This part right here, I don't really talk too much, okay? Like I said earlier, there are times where you connect with your clients, and there are times you just gotta stay focused. This part right here, I like to stay focused, you know? I don't want to cut nobody's finger off. So, of course, I'm excited. You know, every single nail tech loves the buffing part. Every single nail tech. You know why? Because you know that's almost the ending of your process. Yes, that feeling feels great. You went through all of that, and now you're buffing. Trust me, you talk to any nail tech, the most favorite part is the buffing. Okay? Because that just means we're about to get down on the art, and we excited for the art. We get nervous for the art, but we get excited for the art. Does that even make any sense? We get excited for the art, but we get nervous for the art, because sometimes you know you can't mess up on the art, and sometimes that one little ding hing hing there is gonna mess up art. But look at her nails, y'all. Look at those nails. Sculpting, badass, right? That's nice. It looks clean. So now I told you earlier again, we're going to go in with the outline of her nails. And all you have to do is outline with glitter. It's so easy, y'all. Anything with glitter line, super duper easy. You know, I enjoy this set. I was excited to share this with you guys. And if you guys are still watching, please give me a thumbs up. Share this video. But really, leave it in the comment. Let me know if you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you learned something. And let me know if you like the experience that I share with y'all. Because at the end of the day, everyone is going to go through the same experience as a nail technician if you want to grow your career. You know, there's going to be some hardship, but there's going to be some fun stuff. You know, you build relationship, you build network, but it will take time. You know, give yourself that time to grow. Give yourself that time to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. If anything, be willing to make mistakes. Because when you got the will to make mistakes, it means you tried it. And if you try to do something and you didn't make it, you can try again. And if you finally make it, just think about that satisfaction, the rewarding feeling. And I know you guys can do this. And this set right here, my friend, I charged this set around $85. Not bad. Took me an hour and 20 minutes. Can't beat that, you know? But like I say, get too comfortable doing form. You never know when that client's going to ask for it. But really, it's not that hard. At the end of the day, it's just acrylic application, shaping, design, and what can I say? Enjoy what you do, because this is an art. You know, nobody's gonna take this away from you. Okay, nobody's gonna take this away from you. The client's gonna appreciate you, and I tell you one more thing, guys. This kind of job right here, you gotta be good at financially planning. You know, if you make 300, spend 100. If you make 500, spend 200. Sometimes you gotta be good at financial planning, and you're gonna grow from there. And that's with any job, okay? Don't think because this job doesn't make you a lot, you're gonna go get another job and then pay you minimum wage. At the end of the day, guys, trust yourself, do what you love, and the money will come. Do what you love, and the money will come. Like me, I try to make every bit of I can, and if I don't, at least I know that, hey, I enjoy what I do. And this video right here, y'all, I just want to say thank you so much. You know, the last couple days, it's been Lunar New Year. Vietnamese people, we celebrate. I'm so busy sometimes. I try to make so many videos for you guys to watch, but man, it's hard. Like, I work 4 days out of the week. I have a family to raise. I have my kids' event. And I apologize if sometimes I don't post enough videos and I make you guys wait. I really appreciate for the support, and I really appreciate, you know, all the love I get from you guys. Every time you guys leave me a comment, I really enjoy so much reading it, because it shows me that you guys care. And when I see someone care, I want to give more to that person. And that's really my passion, guys. You know, making all of this, you know, recording while I'm doing my clients' nails. But at the end, look at that, guys. Look at how worth it is. Thank you so much, guys. You know, this is beautiful set. Go out, do this set. My clients was loving it, y'all. Thank you so much. Subscribe to the channel. Let your friends know about me. Let people know about me. Share this video, and make sure to give it a big